What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Reality Check Report. I'm your girl, Miss O, and I am checking in, and we are here for another review with me as we review the scene ATL Season 1, Episode 5, titled Your Secrets Are Safe with Me. So, this is going to be a trigger warning. This episode discusses SA. So, as the intro plays, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let somebody know I'm over here doing reviews. So moving into the episode, we pick up where we left off from episode 4, where Miss JT was at Scotty's home and they were just catching up. After they moved from the patio, they came inside and all hell breaks loose on IG. Notification after notification after notification, both of them getting a notification, and come to find out who Miss JT refers to in her confessional as a thirst trap whore had went live with someone else who didn't like her and was just speaking about personal stuff that shouldn't even been brought to the net. So they were going over and discussing that, and amongst the conversation, one thing Scotty had said that I picked up on was, you got to stop being so passive aggressive. And Miss JT, I hope you heard that, because you really do come off that way. Even with watching some of your other things, you know, how it comes across. But I will say, she is just being her authentic self. So either you gonna like it or you not. And you as an individual have the right to fuck with her or not. That's your choice. JT and Scotty joked that it must be an Aquarius thing. And as a woman whose mother is an Aquarius, who has a son who is Aquarius, I may have to agree with them that it must just be an Aquarius thing. Every Aquarius that I know is very outspoken and don't give a damn about how you feel about what they said. Even my son, sometimes he would say something and I was like, bro, you 8. I'm gonna need you to chill. For real. Moving along from what had just happened, that drama, the live drama, they go into the discussion about what DeLon had discussed with DiiJai, and it getting back to JT and Miss JT learning that DeLon is feeling some kind of way. During the conversation, Miss JT said that it's okay for him to feel a way about something, but she would then have a question with, her rebuttal would be, how could you have a feeling about something that you could change? And I agree with that statement. Here as a reviewer, because we don't really have like a deep understanding of the issue at hand, we did get some information where there was a fight on another web series that possibly didn't come out or came out. I'm not sure, but we may need to delve a little bit deeper into what was the rift between you and DeLon, to make you feel that way, because it's gonna be people that you friends with that don't fuck with you or don't want to be around you or don't care for you. And as an adult, you have to look at that situation of what's more important, being around to support your friends or feeling a way about the other people. Now, granted, She got into a fight. Somebody put their hands on her. Somebody was tugging on her wig. So she got every right to feel that way. But it's a way you can go about handling that situation. In that situation, if it was me, I would have showed up early, gave my congratulations and my support, hanging around. If and when I would have saw those people, I would have let her know, let Delon know that I needed to exit stage left, and then we could fill you in later on what's going on. Pure and simple. So to wrap up the conversation, they were leaving out to go get something to eat. Moving along to the next scene. The next scene is Miss JT and Bando. They are meeting over lunch to kind of get an understanding on one's perspective and one's chosen way of handling things. So they meet at a restaurant in Atlantic Station, and we come to find out that Miss JT love her a good margarita and some calamari. And I'm with you. I love a good top shelf margarita and some calamari. I love seafood, period. But anyway, getting back to the show, Bando and Miss JT meet. So they get their pleasantries out the way, kiss on the cheek, acknowledge they got the same drink. And Miss JT proceeds to ask him, what's going on? And he says, besides work, besides the music, I just got out of jail. Bando, what the hell? So in the confessional, Bando give us the spiel. He ride with one of his plugs. They get pulled over. The cop uses the excuse that he smelled weed in the car. They get asked for their IDs, and lo and behold, Bando has a warrant from 2019. This is pre-COVID, people. From 2019. But nonetheless, he had a warrant. It was 3 of them in the car. All 3 of them went to jail. Bando let Ms. JC know all 3 of them got arrested, but he was out in like 6 to 8 hours. And buddy, I can attest for that. I got a ticket, forgot about it. Honestly, it ended up turning into a warrant. And baby, when they pulled me over and they arrested me, I was like, once we went to the whole station and they do the pat down and you take your clothes off and all that, I was like, oh, baby, hell no. Police put me over, talk about they want to give me a ticket. How much is it, sir? I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to have a loose memory because I got 3 kids and I'm keeping up with their schedule. Baby, well, how much the ticket is? Can I pay it right now? Because I can't handle that. I don't want no parts of that. But I made a phone call and I was out in there in an hour. I didn't even get all the way booked. My husband was right on up there. So I feel him I wasn't in there that long. I just had to make a few phone calls, get what I need to get taken care of, and I was back at home. Bando and Ms. JT go into the discussion about the live that he saw, and in the Bando's confessional, he said, yeah, I kind of feel like JT should have known. He said, what Monica say? You should have known better? Also in the confessional, Bando kind of went in with that sentiment of you should have known better because you seen this individual do shady, shiesty ass shit to other people that you know. And basically what made you think that you was going to be the exception? So, Bando, my question for you is, do you think that was karma? So now Ms. JT and Bando go into the discussion on what could possibly be the issue between them two. And basically, Ms. JT wanted Bando to know, hey, Scotty is my friend. I care about him. And based on being here in Atlanta, hearing about you in these Potomac streets. I want to make sure that the decision my friend is choosing to make won't bite him in the ass. And I also don't want to be one of the friends in the friend group that's going to catch a stray. Because if something transpires and he feels like that we knew about it, he going to feel some kind of way. And I want to avoid that 100%. I'm paraphrasing you guys, but that's the consensus of what I've gotten. As a person who take my friendships deeply, if I consider you a friend, you family, straight up. Like my children or my siblings will be calling you they sibling or auntie, uncle, of that nature. Like, you really family. I'm very selective on who I let into my world. So I can understand her riding for her friend like that. Also, from Bando's perspective, it ain't none of your business to know what's going on between me and my man. And as long as my man has a clear understanding, if he chooses to let you in on that, then that's his business, and then it will become our business. But I don't even know you like that. But I'm glad that they sat down as two grown adults. I'm glad that Miss JT apologized. But I'm also glad that Bando is acknowledging how spazzing out could come across. In her confessional, she said either it's true or it's not. Either way, she just want to be in a good space because Scotty is her friend. Paraphrasing. She said way more than that. So, as the conversation proceeds, Bendo and Ms. JT get into the elephant in the room in regards to what happened at Delon's grand opening for his spa. And basically, it's a lot of telephone games going on. And depending on how the situation is addressed, it could be a serious problem. Now, from Ms. JT perspective, I definitely get it. I definitely understand. You're supposed to be my friend. Why these people in my space? But we also have to evaluate how they handled that situation. Now, granted, you got every right to feel how you feel when when it get physical. Period, point blank. I'm not taking that away from you. But me, I would have handled it differently. But you're you. So I'm curious to see how this situation is going to be played out based off how the information is being conveyed. Something within the conversation between Bando and Ms. JT about the Delon situation, she basically, I'm paraphrasing, said that come hell or high water, if I got something that I need to address, I'm going to address it and I'm going to address it right now. That's fine for you to have that feeling, but every reaction was caused by an action. So, even though you may have not felt the need to hold that in your back pocket, that wasn't the time or the place. Period, point blank. Regardless of how you felt. Addressing it, and the addressing was not, I don't feel like the addressing was malicious, but the timing and the place was. Because Delon could have had some people there that felt some kind of way and could have addressed you about it. You just don't know how people are going to respond when they feel like somebody they love is being mishandled or disrespected. That's all I'm gonna say. I will say, Miss JT, I do like the fact that you took some type of accountability. No, I'm not gonna say some type. You took accountability by stating that this is how I perceived it. And that's the thing. Sometimes you perceive things that because of other situations, you might feel slighted or feel some kind of way. I feel you. Why are you talking about what's going on in our friendship, or you feeling away with somebody you don't even know? You don't know DiiJai. But you guys are all in a friend group, somehow connected by somebody, the 6 degrees of separation type thing. And during that time, JT, you wasn't available. I mean, you were invited to the brunch, the wine and dine thing. You wasn't available because you were going through your own personal experience. And granted, yes, do that. But how can he address anything with you if he can't communicate with you? But like I said, I do love the fact that you took accountability and stated that that was how you perceived it. And like I said, when you guys sit down and have this conversation, it won't, hopefully it won't come across as confrontational as it appears right now. So moving along to the next scene, and the next scene is DiiJai, the singer, and Scotty meeting up. Emphasis on 11 p.m. at night at a bar and grill just to catch up. DiiJai has been going through a seasonal depression, also wrapping up this music and how he feels about it. Scotty is also giving him the 411 on his book release and having his book release party, and they're just catching up like good Judies do. DiiJai stated in his confessional that he had a revelation, and basically, do what makes you feel great about you. Who gives a damn what anybody think? Everything that you're going to do, everybody is not going to like. But you're going to have your target audience that's just going to fuck with you because of your personality. They're going to rock with you because of how you sing. They're going to rock with you because they think you fly. They're going to rock with you because they think you fine. You're just going to have your target audience. And if what you're producing and delivering is making your soul great, DiiJai, do that shit. Scotty, your gang has been telling you that you are great, you are awesome, you are amazing, and you got this shit on lock. Everything that you do on Scotty by Nature TV is great, but we are really invested in you telling your story and writing your stories. I.e., I was on the pre-order list. I mean, I was in the last bunch of them, but I still was on the pre-order list. Anywho, it's great seeing two friends get together and talk about their fears about what's the next big thing that they're experiencing in their life. Side note, Scotty, you need to jump on the audiobook. I'm telling you, the audiobook will sell. People on the go a lot, so we listen to a lot of audio stuff. That audio book, baby, I'm telling you, it will sell. So jump on it. Miss Sheridan, hey boo, jump on it. DiiJai, it sounds like you are very knowledgeable on how to get in the spaces. You and Scotty really need to come together and really take what you said off of pen and paper and put it into fruition, because that radio ad, that was a great idea. So moving forward, after the pleasantries of accomplishments, they get into their main issues. Scotty trying to pry with DiiJai, trying to figure out what's going on his end. But DiiJai like, hey, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and your husband. As DiiJai says, because Scotty said, DiiJai said his husband. But anywho, Scotty is just tired of talking about this situation. Everybody once knew that him and Bando were a thing. Then it tapered off to them just being cool. Now they're trying to figure out what they have going on. But in the meantime, with them trying to figure out what they have going on, they can't give y'all no information that they do not have. And at this point, Bando and Scotty are tired of talking about it. They do not want to be the topic of discussion anymore. So now they are delivering whatever they can say to get y'all motherfuckers to shut up. And at this point, can we move on? Scott and Bando will tell us what they're doing once they get their own shit figured out. So here in the next scene is going to be Scotty, DiiJai, and Bando meeting for dinner. He's dealing with some stuff. Scotty's dealing with something that's real personal to him. And these are two people who are most important to him that he feels comfortable with sharing these woes with. Well, the conversation starts off really, really light. Catching up. Scotty lets DiiJai know that Bando tried to KILL him in the gym. He didn't realize he was going to be that sore. DiiJai is preparing to drop this project and also steering away from the haters. You know, he said this is just not going to faze him. And I really hope that you hold true to that, DiiJai, because me personally, I really do like your music. I really do like your voice. I really think you come across like an amazing dude. So hold on to that. For Mrs. O's sake, hold on to that. Like, I really think that you are here and here to stay. Anyways, moving on within the conversation, Bando proceeds to tell him that he's going to Dallas. He's shooting two videos back to back, Saturday and Sunday. One with Jet. I think I seen that video online, and then one with Donnie Moon. And basically, he's just gearing up to get ready for when his shit drop. And I'm patiently waiting for that one, Bando. You need to hurry up, sir. DiiJai, I'm going to be honest. I love your music. But the way that you converse with your friend group about how they can move forward with their passion, I think you need to be more in a management state because you've been there. You know what it takes. You know what needs to be done to get them on a circuit. Like, that is what I'm picking up. That might be your new calling. Think about that, DiiJai, because everything that you've been throwing out this episode has been amazing ideas as a reviewer. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know how your friends feel about that. But as a reviewer, you have given great advice on how to advance their brand. Think about that. So now we get down to the gritty. And Bando asked Scotty what's going on with him. And DiiJai follow up with, yeah, because you called us here. So what's going on? And this trigger warning, guys. This is a trigger warning. Scotty begins to express that he is dealing with a state of depression. He then explains that his state of depression comes because he is fighting with the reality of what has happened to him. And he was SA'd by someone that he already had preconceived notions about. He thought this guy was a creep. First, Scotty, I would like to thank you personally for coming out with your story because so many men have been SA'd by men and women older than them, and they don't talk about nor understand the trauma that is had by not addressing it. Some people are scared. Some people just don't care. Some people have been shaped to think that, well, with men and older women, that's how it's supposed to go. But this shit is not how it's supposed to go. So first, I would like to sincerely thank you for coming out with your story, because your story helped a lot of people, whether you know it or not. Secondly, watching your live after this episode ended, it is not your fault. Regardless of you going there and you knew you shouldn't go there, as you stated, it is not your fault. That person's actions caused what happened, not yours. Remember that. Also, learning on this episode that you didn't have this conversation with your mom. I feel you. As a kid, we sometimes feel like it is our job to protect our parents, but we have to understand that regardless of what's going on, they are the parent, and their job is to protect us. I'm also glad that you had the conversation with your mom before this episode aired, because yes, that would have been shitty for her to find out that way. Hopefully, this is something that can bond y'all even closer, even though y'all both have experienced this traumatic situation. This is another shared experience that you guys have, where there can be another level of understanding. What I will say, Scotty, is that the support that you have from your baby brother, the support that you have for your made family, the people that you chose to become your family, is amazing. Some of them have been there, have experienced those things. So it's not like you are talking to people who don't understand what's going on with you. They've been there. They understand how to maneuver within those challenges. And as a person who didn't have a support system behind them at one point in time, it could get very challenging. But I'm very happy and fortunate that you have people that you can call up on a dime, meet up, eat some chicken wings, tell them your feelings, and they support you within your feelings. So they wrap up the dinner by DiiJai giving Scotty all the reinforcements that he need. And everything that DiiJai said to you on camera, in real life, at that dinner is absolutely true, Scotty. You are important. You have people such as myself who have never met you, but support the long way. Every time your ass go live, I'm in there under another name, but I'm in there. I pre-ordered your book. I'm waiting on the audio book to drop so I can purchase it. I'm waiting on a sequel to That's Why You're Lonely. I'm waiting on it so I can get on the pre-order list again. Like, you have support. You do not know just how some days, and I'm gonna speak for myself, it was one particular day I was so damn down, and you went live in the way you was cutting them damn girls up on Bell Collective, the way it switched my mood, it was needed. So you are important, you are needed, you are special, and remember that, Scotty. So that wrapped up episode 5 of season 1 of The Scene. And I will give this episode a A+. Like, it was a Scotty by Nature TV heavy episode, which I'm very, very thankful for, because I'm a part of the Scotty gang. Woo woo. But anywho, it was a very Scotty heavy episode. Loved it. A+. I love the fact that Scotty went in and was very vulnerable with the audience on speaking about mental health, depression, suicide. like really getting down to the nitty gritty, because we see these people every day and we think they are okay and they are dealing with things and have to still come up and do a job. But that was it. That was all. Those were my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I am sorry about the episode being so late, the review being so late, but you guys are about to get back to back stuff from me. I had to deal with something personal, but I got the time now. So if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, drop a green heart. Tell me what you think about this episode. Drop down in the comments. Have some Discord with me. But with that being said, I am Miss O with the Reality Check Report, and I am checking out.